Hi students, welcome once again to my class, and today I am discussing about heredity and the principles of genetics, the basic principles of genetics. So heredity, we can all understand that this is the inheritance of characters from parents to offsprings. So the transmission of these similar characters from parents to offsprings, in other words, is heredity. So we can define heredity as the transmission of genetically based characters from parents to offspring. That is why we all look alike in human beings. So in different regions there can be some differences, but basically we are all alike. And in plants also, in a mango tree, always you get mangoes only. In guava tree, you always get a guavas only, not any other fruit. So dogs, the young ones of the dogs are always the puppies. The young ones of the cats are always the kitten. So this is the transmission of similar characters from parents to offspring. A child in a human being always looks similar to the parents, but not identical. They are similar but not identical, because there are some variations whenever there is a duplication of DNA, whenever the cell is dividing. So there are some errors in the duplication, and that causes differences in the offsprings. They are similar but not identical. There are differences between them and the parents, and also to other siblings. So this is the inheritance and the variation, which both are very important. Otherwise, we would all have looked identical. So that is not practically feasible. So these in this chapter we have to study about this heredity and variation also. So heredity we have understood now, but what are the laws that govern this heredity, and what are the general features which are in human beings which are being transmitted? If we just recall, this is the shape of the hair, the your color of the skin, and the earlobes, the right hand use or left hand use, the color of the skin, the blood group. These are all the characters which are generally uh, uh, inherited or transmitted from parents to offspring. Earlobe, etc., eyebrows. So these are the characters. And now, what are the laws that govern these transmissions? What is the science? So if you think, this is the study of the laws which govern this transmission, and it is called the genetics. Now, quickly recalling about genetics, the laws which govern this inheritance. So, who is the father of the genetics? Gregor Johann Mendel is the father of the genetics, and he was an Austrian monk who worked very hard over the years doing experiments with plants, and he selected a particular plant, that is pea plant, for observing the changes in the offsprings generation after generation. And then he formulated some laws which were accepted later on, and are there since then. Since that time, we are studying those laws, and they have been accepted. So these laws we will just study briefly these laws. And he took he selected one plant, that is the pea plant. And why he selected this pea plant? Because plants are available in abundance, and their life cycle is very short, so more generations can be studied. Their variations are more there. He actually took 7 contrasting characters from pea plants, and the flowers of pea plants are bisexual, so self pollination is very easily done, and cross pollination can also be done. Seeds are also produced abundantly. So these were the main reasons why he selected the pea plant. Now, before going to his laws, we must be aware of some of the terms like the character, the trait, the phenotype, the genotype, and your alleles, the unit factor, gene symbol, genotype, and homozygous, heterozygous, dominant, recessive, etc. So, students, you must have heard about these terms. Character means the heritable feature of an individual, and trait is the form of that character. If the character we are taking is color, then if it is red or white, is the trait. Similarly, the character which is dominating, which is appearing, which we can see from outside, is the dominant character, and one which is hidden is the recessive. And that we can see from outside is phenotype, and that which is the internal structure or genetic structure is the genotype. Like this, the other terms are there also, student. Dominant, recessive, we just talked, and homologous chromosomes, a pair of corresponding or identical chromosomes of the same shape and size, one from each parent, when there is a fertilization of male and female. So this is a homologous chromosome. Identical chromosomes of the same shape and size from both male and female. So these are the terms, and when we show a allele of the gene or alternative forms that always appear in pair. If we are about the color of the flower, if we are to show the red color, that is pure red, then it will be double capital R. And if it is mixed with the white color, then it will be capital R and small r. And if it is pure white, then both the genes are of white color, then it will be small r. So homozygous and heterozygous. If mixed is there, then it is heterozygous, and if both are similar, it is homozygous. So students, you understood these terms, I think. And about the Mendel's experimental laws, his first law was law of dominance. When he crossed, say he took one character, for example, the color of the flowers, the red color with white color flowers. The plants bearing red color and plants bearing white color, when there is a cross fertilization, what he observed in the F1 generation, that all the plants are having red flowers. That means what? That is red trait is dominant over the white color, which is hidden, which is recessive. So this is law of dominance. All the flowers are having both the genes, the red and white. So those are all hybrid. But the color which has appeared is red. So red trait or red color is dominant. And after self-pollination in the flowers of the F1 generation, what he found was that the white colored flowers also appeared. But the ratio was 3:1. 3 was the dominant color, red, and 1 was the white. So This is the law of segregation. The character which was hidden in F1 also segregated itself and separated itself, and in the F2 generation it appeared. In F2 generation it appeared in the ratio of 3:1, 75% and 25%. This is the phenotype we are seeing from outside. 3 are red, 1 is white colored flower. But what will be the genotype? Genotype is the genetic constitution. Since there has been a self-pollination between the red hybrid flowers, then the cross pollination, the self-pollination has resulted into 3 red flower and 1 white flower in the phenotype. But actually, if we see the genetic constitution, the first one will be pure red, that is capital double R, and the second will be capital R, small r, that is mixed. Both the genes are there, red and white. The third one also capital R, small r, mixed. Both the genes are there, red and white color. And the fourth one will be pure white, that is pair of small r. Only white genes, pure white genes are there. Genes of pure white color is only there. So the constitution will be genotype 1:2:1. 1 is pure red and 2 are mixed, red and white. Pure capital R, small r, capital R, small r. And the fourth one is pure white, that is pair of small r. So this will be the genotype. So this is in F2 generation he found. So this is law of segregation. The first one was law of dominance. One trait dominated over the other, and the other one remained recessive or hidden. And the second one is law of segregation. The hidden one segregated itself with the F2 generation in the ratio of 3:1. In the third law, in the case of third law, Mendel actually did a dihybrid cross. In the first 2 laws, it was monohybrid cross. Only one pair of contrasting characters were taken. If it is color of flowers, red and white, it's one pair. Here he took he took 2 pairs of contrasting characters. It is a dihybrid cross. So in dihybrid cross, he took round yellow seeds. He grew plants from round yellow seeds and wrinkle green seeds. There was a cross fertilization between the plants grown from these seeds. So in the F1 generation, the dominant one, round yellow, dominated. The seeds, round yellow seeds dominated. But in F2, it was again, the phenotype was 9:3:3:1. All the characters appeared in all the offsprings. So this law was called the law of independent assortment, that all the characters are independent to combine with either characters of the pair, of any of the pair. So they are independent for combining. So all the features have combined, all the characters have combined, but in a specific ratio, that is 9:3:3:1. So this is the law of independent assortment, and in my next video on the board I will explain these by working out the examples in figures, then it will be more clear. So students, I hope this will help you in understanding this chapter, and I wish you the very best. Thank you. Thank you so much.